is Homelink 6.7 of Everyday Math, Turns. If your child needs help with the following problems, consider putting up signs in a room in your home to indicate the directions: north, south, east, and west. Do the turns with your child. This one is a little bit tricky because you do have to use directions, the directions of north, south, east, and west, and it's also asking you to turn clockwise, okay, which is a circle this way, which would mean going around this way. This would be clockwise. Or to turn counterclockwise, which is this way, which means going around this way. There are also some fractions in here. You'll see there's a half or a quarter. So there's a lot of different parts to these problems, and in order to solve the problems, you're going to have to think about it, what each of its parts mean, and then do it one piece at a time. So the directions are: make the turns described below. So each of these problems 1 through 6 are going to tell you to do something. Start in one direction, like face north or face west. That's where you start. And then it tells you how far to turn, in which direction, and which way. So just go very slowly on each one so that you don't get confused. You want to draw a dot on the circle and label the dot with the letters after you've turned. So show which way you face after each turn. You'll draw a dot and then label the dot with the letter. Okay? So, this is the example. So you're going to start facing north. We've done a little bit of this in the classroom before. So you face north, okay? And then it says do 1/2 of a turn counterclockwise. So here you are, right here. Here are your eyes. They're looking this way. Okay, there's your eyes looking that way. Now, you need to do 1/2 of a turn counterclockwise. Now, counterclockwise is the opposite, so you know that you're going to be turning this way. Okay? You're going to be turning this way, alright, which is to the left, and you have to go 1/2 of a turn. This is counting a whole turn as if you were to start here and go all the way around. That would be one whole turn. Oops, it's not coming out very neat here. So, if here's my circle, let's say I start here. A whole turn is I start here and I go all the way around until I get back to the facing north again. Okay, that's a whole turn. However, in this one you only need to do a half a turn. So I'm going to split the circle up in 4 pieces, because some may ask you to do 1/4 of a turn, some may ask you to do a half, some may ask you to do 3/4. Alright, so 1/4 is just a turn of one direction, so from north to east. This equals 1/4, and it comes right out of there. 1/2, okay, if you're going to do a half turn, is going to be 2 directions. Pull that right out there so you can see it. But this is 1/2. 3/4, which is the other one you may get asked to do, is in 3 directions. Okay, so you're going to turn past 3 different directions in order to get there, and that's going to be, so say you started here, you go 3/4 of the way around, and that's what this is. Okay, so this would be if you were going clockwise or to the right, but in this case we have to go 1/2 a turn counterclockwise, so 1/2 a turn to the left. So I know a half a turn is this many. So I'm going to start here, and I know that I'm facing north, so I'm going to go 1, 2. And on the circle, mark the direction you're facing with the letter A. That's going to be south, right here. And let's just do one more together to kind of get the idea a little bit better. So, start facing north. So again, my eyeballs are this way. Okay. Now, it wants me to do a 1/4 turn clockwise. So clockwise, I know I'm going to be going in this direction. I'll erase this one so that we don't get confused. Alright, I know I'm going to the right, and I only need to go a 1/4. So 1/4 I know is just one direction. It's just this much here. So I should put my point here, because I just went from north to east, just one direction, and I need to mark it with a letter B. I'll mark it with a letter B. And that's how you want to do these. So you're going to have to start in a direction, turn, you're going to have to start facing a direction, and then you're going to have to turn either right or left, clockwise or counterclockwise. And then you're going to have to know how many to turn, and just take a look at what it asks you to do. Put the dot where you ended up, and then you want to add a letter to it that it asks you to add. And this is HomeLink 6.7 turns.